Hey, what's up? Internet Eduardo here, with another video about the critically acclaimed Canadian animated series, 16. When 16 was syndicated in the US, specifically on Cartoon Network, a lot of stuff was censored and entire episodes were banned for being inappropriate for Cartoon Network's audience. 16 was aimed at a slightly older audience of kids, preteens, young teenagers, and young adults, and the subject matter and themes were certainly a bit more advanced than Cartoon Network shows were used to at that time. So episodes were banned in the US, including this one, Season 2 episode, Overexposed. Let's get into it. We start the episode with the charming yet deplorable Jonesy waking up in the morning to use the bathroom. He's freaking out and banging on the door because he needs to go real bad, but his stepsister Jen is taking a shower. She opens the door in a towel to argue with him, and her towel drops, and her stepbrother Jonesy isn't exactly in a rush to look away. He definitely takes a mental screenshot and saves it to the camera roll of his brain before he looks away in horror. Jen runs off, and boom, we get hit with the greatest theme song in Canadian television history. Well, either that or Degrassi. Later on, Jen and Jonesy agree to never tell anybody about what happened to them. Jonesy because he doesn't want it to bother his girlfriend, Jen's best friend, Nikki. And Jen is just generally embarrassed. You see what I did there? Generally. Jen. Early, because her name is Jen. Okay, sorry. So they agree not to tell anyone, but later on they both can't stop freaking out about it. So Jonesy tells the boys, and Jen tells the girls. Nikki points out to Jen that this isn't the first time Jonesy has seen her topless. This is the third time this show has had Jonesy see Jen naked in some way. Jonesy gets tickets to some grand opening for whatever job he was at in this episode, and apparently there's going to be a big celebrity there named Liza that Jen is a huge fan of. Jonesy tries to give Jen the tickets, but then he sees her naked in his imagination against his will, and he can't look at her. Jen is super embarrassed already. Then everyone realizes that Jen and Jonesy spilled the beans, and everyone knows about what happened, which makes Jen even more embarrassed, and she runs off. Jen tells Nikki that she's going to rearrange her entire life to make sure she never has to see Jonesy ever again, even though they live in the same house, all have the same best friends, and all that stuff. But then Nikki realizes the reason Jen is freaking out is because it's a competitive thing, since Jen is overly competitive, and apparently she's competitive and sees this as Jonesy one-upping her, and Nikki and Jen decide the only way for her to feel better is if she sees Jonesy naked too.
The balance? You have to see Jonesy naked too! Okay.
Yeah, sure, Jen. So Jen gets a naked childhood picture of Jonesy and puts it on the big screen at the cafe opening for everyone to see, including the celebrity guest Liza that everyone was excited to see, and everybody laughs at him, which seems a bit excessive. Anyways, the episode was banned from airing in the United States. But for what reason? I'll tell you in my next video, next month. No, I'm just kidding. It was banned because Jen was naked. This is one of the banned episodes of 16 in the United States and on Cartoon Network. Like I said, it was banned for the obvious reason of a character being naked. But on Wiki, it also says it was banned for the subplot of Jude being addicted to fries because addiction isn't suitable for children. I don't know how accurate that is, but it does seem plausible. I too am addicted to French fries, so that would have really offended me. I'm just kidding. I mean, I am addicted to French fries, but I wouldn't have been offended. Regardless, I'm very thankful Cartoon Network aired 16 in the US for the time it did, as it introduced me to a really enjoyable and fun show. It was a real treat for American fans. I have a lot more to say about 16, as well as videos about various other TV shows and cartoons and such, so if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like, and if you're feeling real adventurous, leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Blessings and salutations, my dudes.